Hello YouTube! Welcome back. This is another segment from Prodigious. So today I'm going to talk about a nice little deck that I brainstormed. Yes, this is something else coming straight from the Jank Rat's junkyard. And the reason why I brainstormed this deck was I was thinking, man, I would like to try the new Dorugoramon that's coming out here soon in BT-16. With the whole collision mechanic combined with the mind linking tamers that let you have piercing, but at the same time, I don't feel like wasting time trying to print proxies. So I brainstormed this little thing. Alright. So Digi-Eggs, you can pretty much go with anything you want that is primarily black, but we're going to go ahead and start into our rookies for this. So 4 copies of the promo Dorugoramon. Your turn, all your black Digimon with 13,000 DP or more gain piercing. And inheritable is your turn while this Digimon is black and has 13,000 DP or more. This Digimon gains security attack +1. Then, this is kind of a filler spot. You can probably put something better in here, but for me, I thought, why not? Let's go ahead and run BT-4 Dorugoramon. Its inheritable is your turn. When this Digimon is trashed due to Digiburst, return to the owner's hand. Then we're running 4 copies of Star Deck 5 Toy Agumon. End of opponent's turn. If your opponent didn't attack with a Digimon this turn, trigger draw 1. And that's it for our rookies. Now, we got our champions of Greymon from the Star Deck 5. Similar effect to Toy Agumon. That'll give us a little extra draw power. And then also from a recent deck, we have Mechanorimon from Star Deck 15. Gives us the inheritable of Reboot. Then, from BT-13, we have Blastimon. Built-in effective jamming, can't go wrong there, along with the inheritable of Reboot. Now going into our ultimates. You could probably run the red-black version of this one that came out of the, I believe, Jesmon Star Deck, but my hot take is I'm going to go with this one just because. And that is Volcanomon. Inheritable, while your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon in play, this Digimon gains security attack +1. Then 4 copies of Gagmon. If I'm even saying his name pronounced right. Let's see. Gagmon. I guess it's how you say it. Anyway, he is from BT-4. Main effect, Digiburst 1. So you trash 1 card from your source to activate the effect below. One of your opponent's Digimon gets +2,000, or no, one of your Digimon gets +2,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. As well as the inheritable of all turns, this Digimon gets 1,000 DP. So as you see right there, that's just giving us a way to have some nice big DP once we are getting closer to evolving into our top end. And speaking of which, here comes our top end now. I'm running 3 copies of our good old friend from BT-4, Blastimon. He has 13,000 DP off the bat. He has security attack +1. He also has, when attacking, your opponent may choose one of their unsuspended Digimon. If they do, switch the target of attack to that Digimon. That's right, we technically already have a Digimon that does what is already you know, a Dorugoramon type of thing that's about to be revealed or coming out. Let me just finish showing you what we got here, and then you can see how it might work out that way in terms of what we already have. Only instead of relying on a mind linker, you got other ways of getting it done. Our other 3 megas to go with this deck, just because I'm running 3 copies of BT-16 Gankoomon. When digivolving, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Your turn. While your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon, this Digimon gains Security Attack Plus. And as you can see, he has a 12k DP, so that means if you give him the inheritable of Gankoomon, he'll be sitting at 13. So both pretty strong DP levels. Now we're going to take a quick detour, and I'm going to show you what makes this deck capable of doing what that next Dorugoramon line with the Mind Linker can do. I'm running 4 copies of Ruli from BT-10 as my memory fixer. Start your turn. If your memory is 2 or less, set it to 3. Your turn, when you attack with a Digimon that has Angoramon, or it is at least a level 5 or higher, by suspending this tamer, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. Now, the main reason to run her is because we have 3 copies of Pyondump. I believe that's how you say it. I was brainstorming, trying to think of a way to give black piercing without having to jump through too many hoops. And this is how you do it. You run a green tamer. She already can allow you to suspend something to make it into an easy target. And now you have this option card for 2 cost. One of your Digimon gains piercing for the turn, and then the rest of it is kind of negligible because we're not running Angoramon. The only thing we care about is that first line of text. One of our Digimon gains piercing for the turn. Security effect is suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then add this card to your hand. So even it in security sets you up to make use of it. Now, on to the rest of the deck. We're going back to our typical black card stuff. I'm running 3 copies of Final Zubagon Punch. Yes, this is another 2-cost option card, but it sets you up to be a big swinger and defender. And then last but not least, we're running 2 copies of Iron Fisted Onslaught. So I feel like, yes, you could run this deck as I have presented to you here. Maybe you could even think of a couple of tweaks to make to it. But this could essentially do almost the same exact thing as the whole collision mechanic that we're about to see in the upcoming set. Or possibly by the time this video is released, you'll see it. Anyway, this has been Prodigious. I'll see you next time.